Gary, what are you doing? Are you?
Block out the noise.
Well, guess what?
What?
That's what this subject is about, Gary.
Oh, wow! I didn't even introduction. I didn't even know it.
It's all with Marquez and Buller. Marquez and Buller.
Welcome to Horror with Marchese and Buller. And today is not so much of a horror subject as a writer/creator's subject. Social media, our cell phones, our computers. These are all things that are meant to make our lives easier. Social media, it could. It's supposed to be used for things, but sometimes we get a little crazy with it. But do they? They have become deterrents. We constantly check our phones and computers to see what others have said about us, what they said about others' work, our politics. But these things waste our time when you think about what we came here to do. Right? People are getting hooked on these things when they're supposed to be coming here to create. They're supposed to be coming here to write. I'm not saying there's a set in stone way about going about this. I'm not saying I am the person, or Gary is the person, that is the sole word on this subject. Because it's everybody, But all I'm saying is, there are professionals who have said that they're taking a hiatus from social media to do their work. I've seen Joe Hill say it, 3 to 6 months. And that's about the time it takes to write a novel. But I want to know, Gary, what you think about when you see sometimes I see social media and it makes me get down because I see bad things said. Sometimes I just see the same thing said over and over again. And it brings you down sometimes, right? It could, if you see that wrong post or whatever. But then also sometimes you just want to keep looking. You want to keep looking what this one's saying and that one's saying. And then your story is sitting there undone. What do you think, Gary?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a social media addict. My name's Gary and I'm a social media addict. They are a distraction. I agree, and it's one of those things that I turn to sometimes when I'm writing and I'm not really feeling it, or I'm getting a bit distracted. I'll pick up my phone and I'll check Twitter and I'll check Facebook. And sometimes there's nothing there to see, but you find yourself going in these little circles of, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and you're just checking all these things over and over again to see if there's any stuff. And sometimes you just post something up for the sake of posting something. Yeah, they are a distraction. And I've often thought about taking my phone and putting it in a drawer upstairs or something when I get in from work and just leaving it. But I always find it really, really difficult. It's that dopamine thing, isn't it? That you get a notification. Oh, someone likes me. Someone's valued me enough to like or comment on something that I've put, and you check it. Oh, and it's either positive or negative, and either way, it incurs a reaction in you, and it gives you that dopamine, that little buzz. And I think that's what it is with me. It's like gotta check, and it makes you feel good when you get a message off someone.
I get those things sometimes too, and you're like you said, you feel good, but then you also say afterwards, you're saying to yourself, it was like a cheap fix because your work is still sitting there, it's still undone, and then you feel kind of used because now you're looking at this when you should be doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying to anybody, stop doing it. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. It's not. But in reference to you doing what you have to do, it may be impeding you from that goal.
Yeah.
I try to put the phone aside, but then I still have the notifications on my computer because it's connected. But sometimes when I get, if I'm writing, I write 3 pages, I say, let me just see what Gary's doing. And sometimes it throws me off track. But lately I've been doing it where I'm not letting it throw me off track because I've gotten to the point where it's just so aggravating that I just push everything aside. Unless I really want to just take a little break. But once I'm finished with the break, everything's pushed aside again. After I and it's only usually just like you or my wife or someone specific, not actual Twitter, because then it's a whole world of something opens up,
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, last night I had my laptop open, a story that I was writing, and television a little bit, and then I was checking my phone, and I was watching television, and then and I've not moved on in any way. But yeah, my laptop's still there on the side, just still at the line where I was at yesterday. It's frustrating. It's a distraction.
But Gary,
Yes.
it's about that time to wrap this up. What do you think? Do you like to block out the noise? Or do you want to just keep listening to the noise? Do you want to be bombarded with texts and comments and posts and likes and dislikes? Or do you want to get your work done? Are you going to do what you came to do? We want to know what you think. Gary wants to know even more. And guess what?
What, Will?
You say it. I'll see you next time. Gary! No! Get to
It's all with Mark Casey and Paul. It's all with Mark Casey and Paul.
Wait, 1 second. Okay. But Gary,
Yes.
it's that time to come to the end of the video. I don't know what I just said.
Go.
It's about that time to wrap this up.
I do. More than him.
That's the other way. November
More than him.
okay. More than me. Do you want to come? I don't even know what I was talking about. That was like a wrestling guy.
Do you want to come?
See what this is happening. I type a message. I try to put the phone aside, but then I still have the notifications on my computer.
Sometimes I think it's any old distraction. Sometimes when you know, I was
A little gin and tonic for the dog.
a little G&T from Chico.
Hey Gary,
Yes. Yes.
you gotta blow your nose, man.
Really?
Well, sometimes when you sniff, when I'm editing the video, I hear that one
Right.
piece that's just there. I just want to.
Yeah, there's nothing up there, man. What it is I've had we've all had colds this past 2 weeks. Just my dog sneezed.
I'm about to say with this. Wow, he's allergic to something. He's allergic to Twitter.
Yeah, he doesn't like social media.
I thought that there was like a gate banging.
No. It's just I don't know if he's going to finish or not. Oh, God's sake. If you keep this up, I'm going to have to kick you out, you know.
Oh my god.
I don't know why he doesn't often do this.
Maybe he's got maybe he was sniffing outside of the grass and he sniffed something in or something.
Yeah, and then we had chicken for tea, and sometimes he's a little bit greedy, and sometimes there might be a little bone in there, and he sort of chews on it, and gets a little tickle his throat or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah, my laptop's still there on the side, just still at the line where I was at yesterday. It's frustrating. It's a distraction, just like a dog coughing in your ear. I think he's stopped now. He's looking at me. Oh no! There he goes. What's up with you? Hey, what's up with you?
Wait, what do we block out the noise? Okay.
Right,
Yes.
figure it out. Hang on a second. He's really starting to get on my nerves. Cheek, come on. Go. Out. I'll get him some water as well.
Okay, so let's get the thumbnail. It would have to be.
What's the thumbnail? Is that good with that?
Okay, that's perfect. Go back a little more, right there. Back a little more. Back, right there. A little bit. Okay, perfect. Let me do it again. Let me get my hair all like teased up.
Sexy boy.
Perfect. All right.